Yo, sack that fool. Hit him, 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 hit him. Smash him up. Watch that move. Went too swift, can't catch these dudes. Can't hit him, 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 hit him. Listen, 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 hit him, listen. This Eagles talk high. This talk Eagles. Philly bleed green. It's from your people. Fly, Eagles, fly. Let's peep the squad. Big Pat Shell and Dante the Dark Child. Drop the stats on him. Drop the facts on him. Spur King, baby. Let's get it hard.
Hey fam, it's your man Dante the Dark Knight, and welcome to another edition of Eagles Talk, the #1 Eagles coverage show out there that's on Facebook, that's by us fans, for us fans, not the ones, not from the journalists, from the newspaper, the producers from the sports radio stations, not the broadcast journalists. They all have shows. Everyone has a show nowadays that's broadcasting on Facebook, but we're the #1 fan, by the fans, for the fans. Remember, Pat, when we started this thing off, we were the only game in town. We're like the originators, aren't we? We really are. We're the originators of this Facebook fan base thing here, for real. You can go check the archives and everything. And we definitely started this thing, and I'm so glad that you guys are still following us after. Dang, I done lost the time. How many years we been?
6 years now? 7 years?
6 or 7 years.
We started in 16. We started in 16
Yeah,
Wentz.
we started in 16. Yep. Yeah, we started Wentz's rookie season. We started. So
wow.
Yes, I'm not. This is Dante speaking now. You know, my alter ego. If he was here, he would be more braggadocious about it. I'm being humble. I'm being humble about it. I'm just happy to still be around after 7 years, and you guys still tune in and watch and listen to what we have to say, even in our drunken state, because that's what we do. We like to talk about our favorite football team. That's a perfect segue. We like to talk about our favorite football team, and we like to do so in such a relaxed manner that we enjoy our favorite adult beverage. Yes, we indulge. Yes, we indulge. So, without further ado, Pat, let's start this.
You're now listening to the
All right, so as I said, we like to talk about our favorite football team, and we do so in such a relaxed manner that we enjoy our favorite adult beverage. So if everyone who is a regular knows the routine, you know it's time to start your pouring. Yes, pour your shot. As we talk about our favorite football team, the Philadelphia Eagles. Had to change the schedule up a little bit because Pat called me up and said, yo, can we come on early? Because the Sixers come on tonight. And I said, yeah, you're right. You're absolutely right. All right, so yeah, well, let's start a little early so we can get out of here and let the people get out of here and not have to choose between the game and us, because I don't want the Sixers to be losing viewership. I'm only kidding. All right, here we go. All right. I want everybody to turn their attention because everybody's going to watch us. So I didn't want the Sixers viewership to suffer because we're still on. So I'm doing the Don Julio 1942, and Pat is doing the. What are you doing, Pat?
I'm doing Jameson. I'm doing a Jameson. I'm Jack Daniels. I've been doing Jameson so long.
He might have been doing shots before the show. I don't know, Pat, but he holds up the bottle and said, I'm doing Jameson.
I said, I'm doing Jameson with the bottle in my hand. I know the difference between a bottle.
All right. Okay, so guys, out there, let me know what you're doing as we kick off this show. First quarter has already been started. Everyone down the hatch. 3, 2, 1. Yes, that's good. Still one of the smoothest tequilas I have ever tried. All right, let me go right to the room right now. The first person in the room tonight is JT, our man JT. Yo, fly, Eagles, fly. JT, let me know. Were you there from the beginning? I'm trying. I think JT has been there from year one. But let me know. I know Christopher Burton was there from year one. He's the second person in the room tonight. Christopher says, Eagles family, what's good? This is also a show, let me know, for the people out there who's only listening to the audio. This is a show also where we include our followers in the conversation. So I will be reading their comments straight from the chat, and this is where this is coming from. So the third person in the chat tonight was Jeremiah Andrews. What's up, family? What's up, Jeremiah? Richard Boo. What's up, Eagles family? What's up, Rich? What's going on? Drexel Davis is the fifth one in the room. He says, hello, everyone. Hello. And Matt Mogul couldn't make it to our draft party. He had a great time at his draft party. Matt, we didn't even talk about that. We talked about football last time we saw each other. We talked about the Eagles a lot, but we didn't even talk about the draft party that you were at. So make sure we do that the next time we see each other. And Danny Griffin, Bird Gang baby, what's up, fellas and fellets? What's up, Danny? I think Danny was there from like year one. Everybody that's in the chat room, let me know, when did you guys come aboard? Have you been following?
Came in year 2. He said I came year 2.
Oh, he was in year 2? All right.
But Joe Guns is around, I think.
Oh, Joe Guns, I think, was in the first year.
Because he's from Hawaii.
That's what I might rerun some of those early shows.
I'm so sorry. You know, we started before Wentz.
Yeah, did we?
Yes, we started on the phone.
Yeah, we did start because Pat wasn't even on. Look, this setup wasn't even this way. Pat wasn't. You couldn't even see Pat in the first year. You just heard Pat. You didn't see him. His voice was on there, and they didn't have all these platforms that you could stream from. So I think I was coming from OBS back then. I was using OBS back then, but it was just me. You could only see me, and you could see. And we only heard Pat in the background. But let me know. That's interesting. Let me know, what year did you start following Eagles Talk? That's interesting.
That's crazy.
JR is in the house. He said, what's up, everyone? He's doing the Gentleman Jack and Yingling over there. Okay, JR. It's okay to do Yingling this week, but last week on Cinco de Mayo, JR is doing Yingling. I don't even know. I know it's from Pennsylvania, but what nationality is Yingling? He was doing like
is Yingling.
It's from Yingling.
It's from Yingling.
He's doing a Yingling beer on a Mexican holiday. All right. Richard Boo is doing the Jameson and Ultra Light. Wilbert Jones is doing the 1800 and the Beer Chaser. Okay, that's what's up. That's the tequila. That's the straight tequila. Don't tell me it's that 1800 coconut stuff that that your brother likes to bring in here. That cough syrup. I mean,
man.
Gregory Barr is in the house. He says Orangeburg is in the house. I think I told you guys last week that we're from that area. Tracy said it's year 3 for me. Yo, Tracy, it's year 3 for you? Wow, I didn't know it's been that long, but I thank you. That's my man. We got a podcast we're working on too. If I can ever carve out some time. Tracy, good to see you. Tina's in the house. Year. They went to the Super Bowl. What year was that? That was year 2 for us, I think.
Year 2.
Yeah, that was year 2 for us because we started when Doug P started. We started when Dougie P started. I remember that distinctly. Sue, what year was it for Sue? Sue's been around a while.
Mm-hmm.
What year did you start following Eagles Talk? Let me know. Christopher Burton said he's doing the Black Velvet Canadian whiskey. Ooh, that sounds fancy.
Black Velvet Canadian whiskey.
Oh, you fancy now, huh, Christopher?
Shane
Townsend is doing the White Henny Appellation. All right, funny thing about the White Henny, Shane. I don't know if I put.
I saw that. I saw the post.
You saw that?
Yeah,
that's crazy. Did you see that, Shane? Tell me if you saw that. That White Henny isn't as exclusive or not as top notch a quality as we thought it was. All right, John Petit says year 2. He started in year 2 for us. That's the Super Bowl year.
Mm-hmm.
Danny Griffin said the Super Bowl season. Sue said 2018. That Super Bowl season was special for us too.
Yeah, it was.
I think
it was dynamic.
It was our
man.
second year, and we had pushed production up to the point where we were out at there's 8 home games. I think we did like 6 tailgates. We were out in the stadium almost every week of that Super Bowl season. So
you remember the tent? The tent broke on us.
We had the tent.
Oh man,
dude. We were there when they played in the playoffs against Atlanta, and that was a cold ass day. That was a cold ass day.
Yes,
oh my goodness. But we were out there then. We were teamed up with the what's that, Project Tailgate?
PTG.
PTG group, the Project Tailgate group, and they were magnificent hosts to our show. The perfect backdrop. If you're gonna do an Eagles coverage show, to be with these guys was the best thing we could. It was the perfect marriage. I mean, they had lots of people there, food, televisions. A lot of them just came down to watch the game in the parking lot. They didn't even go into the game. They cooked. They had all the grills. They had big screen TVs out there, and then they had us. a podcast, and then the DJ would even boast that, like, what tailgate has their own podcast, and it was us. So we had a great time that Super Bowl year, man. I know it's early, but I'm kind of feeling 2017-ish. Oh man, I hope. All right, let's get into this. Dante, watch your mouth about that Hennessy. You know it's good. Jeremiah is defending his white Hennessy because he done paid top dollar for that. So I feel you on that. I feel you on that.
You got to defend what you like. You got to defend what you like. You got to do what you like. You got to say, you know what, this is my thing. This is why I stick behind. It's like Pepsi. It's name brand.
It's name brand. Wow, I just got here. A happy retirement to Ray Diddy. Yes,
sir.
Yes. I've been talking the whole quarter, but it's only a minute to go. So I guess I'll keep it going with these comments, and then we'll kick off fresh in the second quarter and talk about my man Ray Diddy. Ray Diddy he's a national treasure, but if he's not nationally a treasure, he's definitely a Philadelphia Eagle treasure. And we'll get into that. Shane said, yeah, he saw it. Sue is drinking orange Henny. There's an orange Henny? Whoa, Sue.
You know what? They got an orange Jameson.
Yeah, I saw that.
It came out with orange Jameson after I stopped drinking Jameson.
Dose. TJ is drinking Dose.
Sure.
Hold on, TJ. Oh, okay. All right. I was about to say, TJ look white. I was about to say, I don't know. White people drink Dose.
Oh, yeah, get it in. Don't get it twisted.
All right.
Everybody gets it in.
JR said Pottsville, PA, American, he guessed. Yeah, he said that. Jeremiah said he started 3 years ago. 3 years ago. All right, Ray Diddy. All right, this quarter's about over. I'm just going to let it go. We're going to start with Ray Diddy in the second quarter, though, because it was emotional, not only for him, but it was emotional for me to hear him say that, man. I can't believe it. All right, Shelman, our co-host, is out there. Honey Jack. Oh, wait a minute. What are you doing? You drinking both? What are you listening?
You know what, Don? I got Shell on a mission. Right now, he's in Tennessee. I said, Shell, I need you to go to the Uncle Nearest distillery and get some exclusive, some 1820, some master blend Uncle Nearest, and bring it back. He said, you know what? He called me back. I'm gonna go get a box.
Yeah, that's good. And Shell would do that. Yeah, Shell, go get me some Uncle Nearest also. All right. That's it on the first quarter, man. But that's just how we do. I know you guys are tuned in like, they ain't say nothing about the Eagles, because we were celebrating ourselves. And it's a slow cycle also. So it's all right that we waste a quarter on that. All right, so that's the end of the quarter, Pat.
And that's the end of the quarter.
So you are listening to and watching, if you're watching, Eagles Talk, the #1 Eagles coverage show out there that's by Eagles fans, for Eagles fans, the most unique Eagles coverage show that's around in this slow football cycle. We're going to start the second quarter, but we like to talk about our favorite football team, the Philadelphia Eagles, and we do so in such a relaxed manner that we just be chilling and we be drinking and we talk football. Don't get it twisted. We do talk football, and I am going to be partaking in the what is this? Oh, Don Julio, 1942. Look, see, it's Dante again. It's not Dark Knight. Dante's not
doing
used
what
to
I
did. All right, so yeah. Oh my goodness, I got to bring that up. Yeah, you're right, Jeremy. That belt is fire. All right, so let me know what you're drinking out there as we begin the second quarter. Everybody, Pat is doing the Jack Daniels. I'll tell the people that, because before he thought he was doing the Jameson, but he's doing the Jack Daniels. So let me know what you're doing out there. And here we are down the hatch. 3, 2, 1.
You're now listening to the second quarter.
All right, so yeah, you're right. Drexel says the regular season schedule is about to come out at 8:00. Isn't that something? So we got to talk about that. Or you know what? You got to follow us on IG, because I come with the update. So I'll probably have something, if not later tonight, definitely tomorrow. Just a brief reel announcing that the schedule came out and maybe doing some highlights. But you got to follow us on IG, because now I'm coming on IG more and I'm posting more content on there. So we only come on this show once a week. But if you are subscribed or follow us on IG, you'll see the the updates throughout the week. So make sure you go to IG. There's our tag scrolling across the bottom of the screen, and follow us there. We're trying to show you guys love out there on IG. So IG followers, please go to Eagles Talk and follow us. Let's get up to 1,000. I think we're like at 9 something, and I was shocked that we're not at 1,000, but we got to get past that. We got to get those numbers up. I'm thinking I'm gonna start giving giveaways. Yeah, we got to. I'm gonna start doing giveaways for the people that can recruit the most followership. You know what I'm saying? Or
how about some Eagle sandals?
Oh yeah, that was hot. I like that. All right, so here we are, second quarter. Man, the big news in Eagles news is no, not the rookie camp, but the great Ray Didinger has announced his retirement at the end of this month. Ray Diddy, R-Diddy, is going to retire and hang it up.
Yeah,
he has a legendary career, a Hall of Fame career, actually, because he's in the NFL Hall of Fame because of his work with the NFL films. He was a journalist. I think it was the Enquirer, if I'm not mistaken. Or was it Daily News? I don't know. But
it was all of them. It was Daily News and Enquirer. You know, these all together at one point.
But this guy, I have regurgitated a lot of Ray Diddy's opinions on this show because that's how high I hold him in his opinion when it comes to the team. And he's a straight shooter, man. He knows his stuff. He's rarely wrong. And it's just an emotional time for me that he is going to be hanging it up. I have listened to him for years and years, and now just to imagine there'll be no R-Diddy on the post-game show and the post-game show, I just can't even fathom it. I can't even imagine it, but it's going to happen, man. Congratulations to him.
Yes, yes.
Let's give him his flowers now. Let's get some applause. Give him some applause.
Ray Dillinger he's an encyclopedia for NFL sports, period, knowledge. I mean, he has done an homage job for how many decades? 4 decades, 5 decades, they said, something like that. He has done the job of the people, for the people. You know, he has brought countless stories to the forefront, gave his opinion, and his opinion, most of the time, he's about an 85% clip.
Yeah.
He's run on an 85% clip over his lifetime, you know, so he speaks the truth. When Ray talks, you listen.
Yeah, you do listen. He's the consummate professional there.
Yes,
he's
he
not
is.
a fanboy like us, where, you know, we may not be very objective sometimes on our picks. We are not. We're a fan-based show. We're not broadcast journalists. We don't get slapped on the wrist or disrespected if we are homers, because that's what we are. We're homers.
Yeah,
we're here. We're Eagles fans, and that's what we do. But Ray will shoot straight. He'll pick against the Eagles when he doesn't think they're going to win, and most times he's right. You know, we pick the Eagles like it's 16 games, 17 games. We pick them 17 out of 17. We don't.
For the past 6 years, 7 years, you know, our picks are undefeated. I don't think we got one loss.
I know we picked the Eagles 17 out of 17 weeks. But you know, Ray is a professional, ultimate professional, man. I can't say enough about him. Let me go to some comments here. JR is saying, agree. When Ray Diddy talks, I listen. Mel Davis says, going to miss the yellow notepad. Yes. Oh, the yellow notepad on the post-game show where Ray has taken notes all game. He had me. I remember us appearing live at the Green Stinger in down here in Smyrna, Delaware. And I had my little notepad. It wasn't a yellow notepad, but I remember having my notepad. It doesn't work too well when you're in a sports bar and you're drinking the whole game. I mean, I was writing, but when I went to look at it for the post-game show, it was mostly scribble. So it doesn't really work too well the way I was doing it. But I was trying to emulate the great Ray Diddy, except that I didn't refrain from the alcoholic beverages. So Ray, yes, that yellow notepad will never be forgotten, man. And it's I can't say enough, man.
Yeah.
They showed him on a show, I think the other day, where he went in on.
Oh,
And
the
I
Minnesota. I
remember,
reposted it. Yeah.
yeah, he went in on the New England Patriots.
No, it was the
Or
Minnesota Vikings.
oh, that was no. This is a
No,
different one though.
that
He
was when
went
they was in
in.
Minnesota. I mean, for the Super Bowl, they was in the Super Bowl, and they were doing a show. And the co-hosts that they had on there were like Minnesota Viking guys, and they was talking about the area, talking about the fan base, and they kept bringing up. They brought up the infamous Santa Claus thing, which happened
Oh no,
4
that was New
decades.
England.
That's New
Because
England.
he was like, yeah, because he was like, y'all didn't even watch football until the Patriots start winning. He said that. Yeah, that was New England. But yeah, you're talking about the same thing. But they were talking. He was talking about New England. He was like, y'all didn't even watch football until the Patriots start winning. Are you kidding me? They didn't even watch football back then. So he said you couldn't even find people in the stands back then.
He's the one that brought to light that he's tired of the media, the outside media bringing up the batteries, throwing snowballs at Santa Claus, which happened back in I think he said like in the 60s or 70s when it happened. That owner, some of those players are no longer with us. Like, how are you continue to bring up our fan base being that terrible when that happened over 4 to 5 decades ago? So yeah, definitely is gonna be missed in the media. Definitely gonna be missed giving his knowledge to us. I'm definitely gonna miss some of his great observations that we basically took from him, because some things he said we regurgitated back on the show because it was factual. You had to say it.
All right, Sue is reporting that the schedule is out already. Can we confirm that?
It's a supposed leaked schedule.
Oh, okay, all right.
But it's not official. It's not official tissue. They say it's out, but it's not really out. I'm actually on the website now. So.
All right. Okay. All right. Jr. Oh no, who's that? Jeremiah says I am doing water because at work in Texas with these cowgirl lovers. Oh wow. Oh, we'll pray for you. We will pray for you.
You got to sneak off to the bathroom and get
yeah,
one.
You do. All right, let me go back to our co-host says, Patrick Sandlin, you heard it from me first. This is that shock value, I think Shelman is trying. Eagles #1 defense in the NFC and #1 defense in the NFL. Ooh, I'm a homer, but
listen, we need a safety. We need a second corner.
Yeah, we don't even have our defense set yet. We don't even have all our corners yet. Shell, how can you say that? But hey, look, if it's good for ratings, I'll take it. But that's some shock jock stuff going on there.
Yeah,
Shells, how do you predict the #1 defense and we don't even have all the defense? We don't even know who the starters are. So no matter who they put back there, they're just going to be the bomb, huh? We have that type of talent on the team. No matter who they pick as the opposite of Darius Slay and who they pick opposite Harris, we're just going to be the #1 defense.
Yeah.
No matter who they name the linebackers, we don't even know who they are going to be yet.
We're going to be surprised they're going to name the second corner. It's going to be me. Yeah.
All right.
And we're going to lose we're going to get bombed by 30 every game.
All right. What's the reports? Anybody hear anything? Did you read anything about? All right. I got an article that's pretty interesting, and we'll talk about it. We got a minute left in this quarter, but we'll talk about it in the third quarter. But if you've heard anything out of rookie camp, I mean, I saw a couple clips and stuff like that.
Well, I saw a few clips, and I also saw the interviews of all the drafted rookies. Very interesting. Some takeaways from the actual from their interviews. N'Kobe Dean he's going to shine. I think he's really going to shine.
John at Barton's now. I'm sorry. Sorry. That was very unprofessional. I'm sorry. John Barton's in the house. What's up, John? We did an appearance at John's
yes,
one
we
of
did.
John's tailgates.
Yes, we did.
Great time, man. I can't wait till this pandemic stuff is over so we can get back out with the people, man. I love it. John, thanks for joining us, man. John, who you telling to check their Facebook inbox? Me? All right. Okay. All right. Well, I don't know who it is, but let me know who you're talking about. But John, thanks for joining us. John's a twin, too. He has twin. He has a brother. All right.
Boom.
All right, that's into the second quarter. I promise.
And that's the end of the quarter.
All right, you're watching Eagles Talk, listening to Eagles Talk, the #1 Eagles coverage show out there that's by Eagles fans for Eagles fans. Yes, we talk about our favorite football team, the Philadelphia Eagles, and we do so with a lot of passion and in such a relaxed manner that we enjoy our favorite adult beverage. Yes, we party as we talk about them. And in this slow news cycle, we do a lot more drinking. I don't know. I don't think we do more drinking than we do when the season is going on, especially on game days. Oh my goodness, do we get riled up? And especially when we do live shows, do we not? I've told people, and we had a buddy of ours that used to do the marketing for us. He used to contact the venues and get us appearances and things of that nature. And I've even had some dialogue with some people, and I don't overplay it, but they ask, and I'm like, look, I'm telling you, when we come in, the energy is going to be off the freaking charts, and they don't seem to believe me. But after we leave every appearance, I've had a few owners of establishments come to me and say, dude, you were right. I've never seen it like this before. We do shots as a part of our show. So when we're on live and we have the whole establishment doing shots with us, it's a rocking good time. I just saw a photo dump from your DJ Famous.
Yeah.
Yeah, he did a photo dump, and one of those clips were of us at the NFC Championship game at Miller's Ale House in Springfield. Ooh. And the atmosphere was just bananas. Now,
it was electric.
We contributed to it, but the team did most of the work there because that blowout was just incredible. But we were there to hype it up, and it was incredible, man. So here we go, man. I'm doing the, now I switched up. I'm doing the Clase Azul now, because I'm out of the 1942. So I'm doing the Clase Azul, very smooth tequila also. Pat is still doing the Jack Daniels. So here we go, down the hatch. Let me know what you're doing. 3, 2, 1.
You're now listening to the third quarter.
All right, third quarter. All right, so here we go. Do we resign Foles, Pat? No? Don't do it.
Listen,
I don't think he's going to come anyway.
It's not that. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that because I don't like Foles. I love Nick Foles. He got us our only championship. That team that in 2017 was magical from the top to the bottom. So, I have nothing against Nick Foles, but at some point you have to look for the future, and we need to get younger. Right now, we got a youth movement that's moving around with this locker room, which is a good thing. That means these players going to be together for a very long time, at least 4 years together, to build that cohesion, to build the team that we're looking for to be contenders each year. If you get Nick Foles, he's only going to be here a stopgap for 1 or 2 years, maybe 1 year. I think he got 1 more year left in him.
But would he be okay for as a mentor I mean, he is a great security blanket, as we know. We know that. I mean, he's won us a Super Bowl. You can't get a better security blanket than that.
That's
we have a young quarterback. He's not injury prone or anything like that, but Foles, just having him around, he would be a solid backup. I agree with Chuck. He would be a solid backup. And I know what comes with it. I know all the noise comes with it. They'll be screaming for him to start as soon as Jalen has a bad game. And I guess the balance is, you have to do risk versus reward in that situation. But I wouldn't mind.
Dante, no.
No, Pat. Hear me out. I wouldn't mind.
I heard it year in, year out.
So who's going to be the backup?
If we were going to do this, if we was going to sign Nick Foles and bring him back, we should have kept him from the get-go. All right? We should have kept him from the get-go. This guy
that was a different time.
It was a different time. At the end of the day.
So who's the backup,
At
Pat?
the end of the day, you have these guys
It'll be
on
the
your
end.
roster.
At the end of the day, it's the end. I'm tired of
hearing
that.
Minshew. You got Carson
Okay.
Strong.
All right.
You got the other kid. I can't remember his name because Carson Strong's going to be a third
Gardner Minshew. That's right. We just stop the conversation.
We got young quarterbacks that can be efficient backups. There's no need. Carson Strong is a carbon copy of Nick Foles, but younger. So we don't need bringing Nick Foles in what he's going to command. He's going to command top dollar. Let's be honest. Every single team that he has went to besides us he requested top dollar and got top dollar.
All right, well, he's not getting that here. So if that's it, then he got to go.
We got to move on. He could be a quarterback coach for us. I mean, he
All
has
right.
that electricity that he can
Who
affect the
agrees with
team.
Pat? Let me know in the chat room. Who agrees with Pat? Matthew Torres says he's a great leader and mentor to have both on the field and in the locker room. Can't buy that mentality. You cannot buy that mentality. Um, Timothy King says can't sign him.
What
We
up,
don't
Tim?
want to keep going for the old
Oh,
girlfriend.
girlfriend.
Find another girl, please. All right, I hear you. JR says Carson Strong is going to be quarterback 3. I forgot, I'm 3 shots in. So I
Yeah.
forgot that we even had the future Hall of Famer Gardner
Oh
Minshew.
my goodness.
So you're right, Pat. We got Gardner Minshew. Why would we need Nick Foles when we have a Gardner Minshew on the roster? You're right. You're right. I'm sorry. I've been drinking too much. Please, audience,
Oh
please.
my
I
goodness.
apologize for
I
you
can't.
guys.
I
I
can't.
apologize.
I can't. I cannot. I cannot take this. I can't take this.
I mean,
Listen.
you've convinced me. Why would I want our Super Bowl MVP when we have Gardner Minshew? I
Oh
mean,
my
you're right,
goodness.
Pat. I was tripping. I'm not drinking anymore. You're right. I'm done. I'm done. JR says Nick Foles is going to be a great coach someday. Yeah, he is. And he's had a couple of it's going to be he's had a couple too. JR, what are you drinking again? Because Nick, look at this. I don't know if that's autocorrect, but he's going to be I just did autocorrect for you. Great coach someday, but I don't know what a Goyd coach is, but he's going to be that.
What a great
All right,
coach is
Jermaine's in the house. What's up, Jermaine? You're late. All right, so I asked this question earlier, and please, if you guys joined us late, like Tony from Down Under, let me know what year you started following Eagles Talk. We've talked about we
Yo,
started the
Tony.
same year as Dougie P.
We
When
have
he
another
got
guy from
hired.
Down Under too that we start
Who's
following
that?
from 2017.
Who's
It
that?
was before Tony, I believe.
What do you
We
mean?
had him on his show.
Oh, wasn't that Tony where we did the
Tony, was that you, Tony, when we had you simulcast on the show?
yeah, we did
You gotta let
we
us know,
did
Tony. I don't know.
yeah, Tony,
We've
let
been
us
drinking.
know.
We're 3 shots in.
Yeah, we are 3 shots in. But you're right. The Super Bowl we won, we had some correspondence, Eagles Talk correspondence, positioned all around the country, and one of them was from Down Under. I am curious to know, was that you, Tony? Because we had someone that checked in from Down Under. We brought these correspondents on the air live during the Super Bowl. I remember one being my neighbor, Sean Bell. He had a blowout Super Bowl party. People were in this hot tub. He came to us live a couple of times from
We should
there.
went to that one, man. I ain't gonna
We
hold you. I
had
like that
and
top.
we had an invite to go to that one
Yeah,
too.
but
But
we can't.
everybody
You
wanted to
can't
be
turn
in
down being Center
Philadelphia.
City though. You
Yeah,
couldn't turn that.
everybody wanted to be in
That was the
Philadelphia.
bomb, man. That was
Yeah.
the bomb. I ain't gonna hold you up.
That was incredible, and the story behind it was even wilder than that. But yeah, we had a correspondent from Down Under also that checked in with us during the Super Bowl. Yeah, that was incredible, man. We've got to get back to that type of excitement. But have anybody heard anything from the rookie camp? What's going on?
Again, I heard that it's just a glorified workout to see what they can do. I tell you this right now, that kid John Herrera, who they brought in for a rookie trial, who's the basketball player from Penn State at 6'9", he dwarfed. I would say he dwarfed our 6th-round pick, our tight end from SMU. He like it looked like.
Yeah, he did. But what was more impressive to me was, and I guess it's not a surprise, but he was very athletic. Well, he's a basketball player.
Yeah.
So I mean, he ran very well. He had good hands, and not to mention his height. He's just
It's a
beast
difference
of a guy.
maker. It's
6'9". Are you kidding me? And this guy can run. Oh my goodness. Yeah, he
Yeah.
looked good out there. But
I mean,
we do have.
at 240
sorry.
though, too. At 240.
Yeah,
So
240.
he has size to be that actual that tight end, the inline blocking tight end. But at 6'9", you gotta be he's a developmental guy. I ain't gonna hold you up because you're coming from the basketball playground to the holy grail of football, the NFL, and you think you're going to shine right away, even though he was a top recruit for football coming out of high school, chose to play basketball.
He was?
Yes, he was. He was a top
Well, that's
recruit coming
good.
out of high school. So he has a football background, but he stuck with basketball. But besides that, the N'Kobe Dean and
Yes.
Jordan. Listen, their connection, they're connected at the hip. And it's
Yes, I
more
can't wait
evident
to
than
see
anything
them.
with the draft. So these guys are going to be around for a little bit, and I hope that they get the game quicker. They learn the nuances of the game faster than normal, because they can help our defense and be dynamic for our defense and improve our defense. Just the two of them, because of their pedigree from that #1 defense in college football last year.
All right. Tony Berman has chimed in. He said, "No, it wasn't him. If it was during the Super Bowl 52, it definitely wasn't me. I was drinking since 8 a.m. that day. I wasn't speaking sense to nobody." All right, Tony. Tony, what year did you start following Eagles Talk anyway? Let us know if you can remember. And everybody out there who hasn't let us know what year did you start following Eagles Talk? I'm very curious.
I like that
We've been
comment
here
at the bottom.
since 2016, the year of Dougie P's hiring. That was his first year, and we started the first year he started. So let me know, when did you guys start following Eagles Talk? Sakia, Stevenson, are there some vets we can get cut? Well, what happened to Bradbury? He got cut,
So
right?
he got cut already.
And who did he get signed by?
So the story behind it is that they actually had a trade going together. He's going to send him to the Houston Texans.
Okay.
And he didn't want to go there. He said, nah, I don't want to go
there. All right, here's Queen Obvious here. She's been here since day one. Okay, Mrs. Sandlin has been here since day one. We thank you so much.
But
and you've been rewarded. You've been rewarded.
You have. You got a ring too.
Yep, she got a ring out Oh, that's so apropos. All right, here we go. That's the end of the third quarter, guys. Thank you guys for following us.
The end of the quarter.
All right, so you are watching and listening to Eagles Talk, the #1 Eagles coverage show around, that is by us fans for us fans, where we like to talk about our favorite football team, and we include the fans in the conversation via chat. We're not even live. Nobody wants to call in. We've tried that. We've tried that a couple times, right? We've extended a telephone number. Nobody wanted to call in. We've extended the invitation to have you appear live on stream with us live on Facebook. Nobody wants to do that. Everybody seems to be comfortable just communicating in the chat room, and we've turned it into a thing. You go to other people's shows, and there's a lot of people that's doing Eagles coverage show on Facebook. But let me just say, and not to be braggadocious, we were the first. We were the first. Back when we started, Facebook Live was not as big as it is now. I was doing podcasts anyway, but I chose to go in a new direction, and not only podcast, but to stream live. So I came to this format first. This was before IG and all that, before they start doing that. So I came here, and we've been doing it ever since. Now, since then, others have joined the fray, and not to be braggadocious again, they have, what's the saying? Imitation is the best form of flattery. A lot of people have imitated what we have done, even are utilizing the same platform that we utilize, because it's available to everybody who pays a subscription. But we were the pioneers of this. And I thank you guys for continuing to follow us, and we are going to continue to get better. We're going to get even better this year. We're going back. We're going to take it back years. We're going live. I mean, this is comfortable and great to come here, and we have a nice looking production going on and all that. But we had more fun when we were out there at the tailgates in the parking lots with the other fans and just partying and enjoying you guys. And this upcoming season, we're looking to do more of that. All right, so that was the end of the third quarter. We're going to start the fourth quarter, and then we're going to get out of here. So, Pat, let's do that.
You're now listening to the fourth
quarter. All right, so you're listening to the fourth quarter. It's Eagles Talk. We changed the schedule time because Sixers are on right now, and we didn't want to keep you guys from watching the Sixers. We didn't want to draw all the attention away from the Sixers because we know that we are very popular out there, and we would probably damage their rating numbers. So we want to go off the air and give you guys a chance to go and watch the Philadelphia Sixers if you are a Sixers fan, because I know everyone is not. Just because you follow the Eagles don't mean you follow the Sixers, but we do. So I am doing the Clase Azul. This is the last one. Pat is doing the Jack Daniels, and he's watching the game because I see him keep turning his head. He's watching the game. All right. So here we go. Let me know what you are doing out there. So here we go. Down the hatch for our Philadelphia Eagles. 3, 2, 1. All right, great question to begin the fourth quarter, and I was going to get to this. I was talking to a fan in one of my local water holes down here, and no, actually, I was over at neighbors. I was over Sean Bell's house, as a matter of fact, in what he calls the Bar Bell. He has a bar in the basement, and his last name is Bell. He's nicknamed it the Bar Bell. So I'm down there talking to another Eagles fan, and he points out to me, we're talking Eagles, and he says, yo, we're running a 3-4 next year.
We are.
It's no doubt about it. We're running
it's gonna be a
3-4 next year. Look at the personnel that we drafted in this draft. A nose tackle, because Jordan Davis if you guys think he's going to be a Fletcher Cox type of person, no. Look at his career at Georgia and look at his build. He's a run stuffer. He is a nose tackle. So we drafted a nose tackle. We drafted multiple linebackers. Look at the personnel we have. So I'm going to put Toby's question up here now. Toby, the question from Toby is, what's your opinion about running the 3-4-D? Because that's what we're going to be doing. Pat, answer that.
You know what? We were in the NFC East. 3-4 defenses don't work. All right. In the NFC East, we get down and dirty. We run the ball. We get physical. So 3-4 defense straight up do not work. But if you have some alterations on your 3-4 defense that doesn't look straight up like a 3-4 defense, if you're masking it, if you're have mixed defense, if you have different types of 3-4s, you showing you actually throw a 4-3 front out there, and you're coming off and you mixing up, you're able to disguise what defense you have. You have multiple sets that will be successful in this league. As an offensive player, when you have the game plan for multiple defensive sets, that brings havoc for that week of game planning, because at any given time, you never know when that defense is going to play against you. So if we're being straight up a 3-4 defense as an offensive lineman, that's easier to block, right? That's easier to block if it's not a hybrid type. I see this put it up there. I was about to get to that. If it's not a hybrid 3-4. All right. Now a hybrid 3-4 is different. It's different. It's different sets of the 3-4. It doesn't always look like a 3-4. It looks like a 4-3. It looks like a 4-4. It looks different types of run gaps or pass gaps or pass sets in the 3-4. We can be successful if we run multiple sets with this type of defense, not just focus on a 3-4. You have the personnel in your front seven, not your back four, but your front seven right now. You have the personnel to run a multiple set and not be stuck on a 3-4 type defense. Now, will that happen this year? That's a good question.
He's going to run a majority 3-4. I mean, he may be hybrid, but I tend to side with the young man that I was having a conversation with. He made a great case. He said, look at JG's history, his career. He's come from under 3-4 defensive coordinators. This why it looks like he didn't know what he was doing last year, because he had a 4-3 personnel, and he's used to being coming out of a 3-4 philosophy. True. So that's why the mix-up, or he looked like he didn't know what he was doing, because he really didn't. Well, now they've given him some tools to be, some more tools to be able to run the 3-4 that he's used to running. So we're going to see, and if you look at it, think about it. Fletcher was not a fan of JG, and he even voiced it to a certain extent in the season last year, and that's because Fletcher has played in the 3-4 when Butch Davis was here, and it was not. He didn't like that. He hated it.
Well, you had Brandon Graham in there too. Brandon Graham was getting dominated because he had to play linebacker.
He had to play linebacker, so he didn't love it either.
You have the horses right now to disguise whatever you want to bring. So if your primary defense wants to be a 3-4, you can do that, but don't have that as a 50% part of your defensive game plan. Go multiple.
You can't tell a person who's left-handed don't shoot the ball with their left hand. This defensive coordinator
is a right-handed guy, and he shoots the ball left-handed. That's why he sucks.
I know. All right, we ain't going there. But I'm just saying. I'm saying you it's like telling a right-handed basketball player to shoot with your left hand, and he doesn't shoot with the left hand.
This ain't basketball.
It's not.
That's
but
the
I'm telling you,
it's apples and oranges. It's apples and oranges. In the NFL, when you have the personnel to play these different types of fronts, you have to use those personnel pieces. You have these guys, right, that work well with multiple sets of defense, not just a straight up 3-4. Play 3-4 in different situations, but make sure you mix in that 4-3. Make sure you mix in that 50. Make sure you mix in that 4-4-6. Make sure you throw a 36.
I'm with JG on this. No, you can say what you say. You can
so
say
we're not going to be number one. We are not going to be number one.
I've been coaching for 10 years, and I've been under all 3-4 defensive coordinators. My specialty is 3-4. Yes, I may be able to adapt to a certain extent, but I'm comfortable in running a 3-4. I know 10 years worth of 3-4 philosophy. I've been under a 3-4 tutelage for 10 years, and now you give me 4-3, and you think I'm just supposed to. It's not that simple. And I'm sorry. Am I wrong? Please tell me if I'm wrong.
We better have dogs at linebackers. Listen, besides Dean and TJ Edwards, who I love TJ Edwards because he makes plays, right? Kazar White,
we have a lot of.
He's good. Hassan
he's
Reddick,
good.
He's good. But he's
TJ is okay.
He's a rush.
N'Kobe Dean. Don't get me wrong. Hassan Reddick can play the outside, the defensive end in the 3-4. He can do that.
Man. You go multiple sets. You can have 3-4 as your base, but go multiple sets.
Fletcher Cox is not coming back after this year.
And keep that offense on its toes. Keep that offense on its toes. Don't just say, I'm going to sit in this 3-4 and this is my defense. Don't do that.
All right. Well, you can say I'm wrong or not, but you'll see. Selman is saying, Dante, you're wrong. I'm wrong that I am not wrong. JG comes from a 3-4 background. Is that wrong, Shell? No. JG has most of his experience in 3-4 defenses. Is that wrong? No. Tell me where I am wrong. Please tell me. I'm telling you what our coach is, where he comes from. I'm telling you what his history is. You can't tell me that my ancestors come from Africa and you're telling me I'm supposed to act like a Caucasian. It's not going to happen. I come from Africa. He comes from 3-4. All right. Okay. All right.
You going off the scale right now.
All right. I'm just saying.
Listen,
I'm wrong.
You got the dogs for a 4-3. You ran a 4-3 last year, so they know the philosophy of the 4-3. Now you mix in the 3-4. Now you mix in the multiple sets. Now what happens is you become a better coordinator because you take your philosophy that you learned as a 3-4 coordinator and you mix it in with the stuff that you have learned from the previous year as a 4-3 coordinator. Now what happens? You become one of the best defensive coordinators in the game because your defense cannot be predicted.
All right, so is this the one you're talking about? Shell says, go to my earlier post. Tampa Bay is the model of this defense. Pat, I mean, first of all, Shell, I'm not going to talk to you if you're going to keep screaming at me. You're not going to keep screaming at me.
He said, read my earlier post.
Yeah, you're not going to keep screaming at me, Pat. I know it's only posting and typing, but you're not going to be yelling at me in your typing, because he types with all capital letters. Am I wrong? But capital letters says you're yelling at me. You're not going to be yelling at me, Shell. JR says we had shit linebackers last year. Then we changed to a 3-4. But we have better. Would you say? Am I wrong here? Would anybody agree that we have better linebackers this year? We have some people that, and that's the trend of the NFL, or at least the Eagles, to have players that can play multiple positions. So we have a lot of more linebackers this year, and then we have a couple that can move from linebacker to, they can play standing up and with their hand in the dirt. That's versatility, right? We have Hassan Reddick who can do that. So I'm saying that we're going to see more. I agree. It's going to be a hybrid, but I think it's going to be more of a 3-4 look than it's going to be a 4-3 look. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, I mean, it better be multiple. That's all I gotta say.
Yeah, and
like, I know they're going for a 3-4. They got linebackers. Let's be honest. They do have linebackers. Davion Taylor is going to be here. Dean, speed. Those are speed linebackers right there. You got TJ Edwards, you got Hassan Reddick, you got KZR White, you have Sean Bradley. You have a stable of linebackers, and I agree with you. Like, you have linebackers that can play in that 3-4, but you could be so much better if you could come out with different ways of this thing. Different ways.
And I agree. I'm not arguing that. I'm just saying that I'm just prognosticating that our defensive coordinator is a 3-4 person, and he's going to be basically leaning on that, his experience and knowledge with that scheme over a 4-3 scheme. Now, I give him credit that the fact that he may make it a hybrid and mix it in, but he's going to feel more comfortable if he has personnel that fits the 3-4 scheme. He's going to feel more comfortable running what he has learned to run under the coordinators he's been under in his whole career.
So just look at this, Dante. Just look at this as a set, right? I'm just giving you a little set I thought about in my head, right? You got Fletcher Cox as your left defensive end. You spread them out. So you put Javon Hargrave inside, right? Then you have Javon Hargrave and you have Jordan, what's his name? You have Jordan inside with Javon Hargraves, right? Then you're on your two ends. So you're going to have Fletcher Cox on the ends, which he rushes crazy on it. I don't know why. Then you have Brandon Graham on the other end, right? Outside of Brandon Graham, BG, you have Hassan Reddick, right? Outside of Fletcher Cox, right? Or inside of Fletcher Cox, you bring in Devontae Tiller. Inside, you have either TJ Edwards or Dean, right? You can actually bring both of them in on a situation where you want to go 4-4 and go man up, depending if you grab a corner in free agency like James Bradbury, right? So therefore, what are you going to do?
All right, I'm starting to. You guys got me a little excited here. Right? talking about this defense. I'm starting to go back to Shell's belief that you're right. We're going to have the number one defense in the NFL. Shell, you're right. Shell, we're going to have the number one defense in the NFL. Yes, you're right. I'm hyped. All right. JR says, I expect Dean and Jordan Davis to show everyone else how to lead a defense. Toby says, key with our team this season is will they click? Yes, we have to see that.
You know what? That's a good question.
Jeremiah says, we still have Taylor for a linebacker. Yeah, and Taylor got hurt. Can't wait to see him back on the field this year. Yeah, I'm excited for this defense, man. Thank you, guys. It's the end of the fourth quarter. We ended the fourth quarter? Did we end it?
Let me end it.
And that's the end of the quarter.
All right, so that's the end of the fourth quarter, man. We have done our due diligence here tonight in a slow football cycle, but we got some good conversation in tonight. Thank you guys for joining us, man. Thank you guys for letting us know how long you have been following us. We appreciate each and every one of you. And now, please go and watch the Philadelphia Sixers as we take this game and force a Game 7 in Philadelphia, man. I'm your man, Dante the Dark Knight. For my co-host, Patrick, my co-host with the co-most, Patrick Sandlin, and in her absence, Nicole, we will see you guys next week. But follow us on IG because you'll see us before then. I'm your man. I'm out. Peace.